Hey, everybody, it's Terrence Golden, author of Getting to the Heart of Reconciliation. I just want to talk to you today about one of my favorite chapters in all the Bible, and that's in Isaiah 6. In that chapter, the very beginning, Isaiah is retelling a vision that he had of the Lord. And it says, in the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord high and lifted up, and his train filled the church. And he's explaining all that's going on there. He's telling all in detail about everything going on. He's talking about the seraphim that are there and how they're saying holy, 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 right? And the description is so great and so wonderful. And he is viewing this image of God being so great and so awesome. And then he looks at himself and he says, oh no, I'm undone. I'm a man of unclean lips, and I live among people with unclean lips. Who can help us? He's realizing that this moment is doom. This moment, he realizes that his humanity will never match up to God's greatness. What if a neighbor came to you one day and said, listen, I've got this tree in my yard. It gives great shade, but it produces these fruit. It produces this fruit, and the fruit falls on the ground, and it's constantly making a mess of my yard. And I've been trying to keep it nice, but it's actually ruining my grass around the tree. Well, you probably would say, well, listen, I've got an axe in my garage. I also got a chainsaw. Let's just chop that thing down and be done with it. And you say that to your neighbor. You say, let's just chop it down. And they say, no, I really like the shade that it provides. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep picking the fruit until the tree dies finally. You would be like, okay, that's your choice, but that's a little weird. I mean, if you don't want this tree producing fruit, you need to cut it down. And that's really a problem that we have right now, isn't it? That's a problem that we have with sin. It's like, I like the shade it produces, even though the fruit it produces is ruining my life. There's things that we need to get rid of. We need to remove them out of our life. And we just hesitate to do it because there's a benefit to it. Well, one of the things that I look back over my life and see is that whenever there's sin in my life, it's not a good idea to just pick those little things that happen, right? Pick those one little things, concentrate on that one thing, and move on. It wasn't until I really tried to lay the axe at the root of sin in my life that I saw some real progress. We've got to lay the axe at the root of the problem. In this world, in this country, and everywhere around us, we experience people just picking the fruit, just pulling the fruit off the tree, sticking it in a trash barrel and putting it off to the side. But we'll have to deal with it next month and the next month and the next month. But the question is when do we really want to just deal with sin in the heart of men? And that day when we do that, we'd have to just lay the axe at the root. Isaiah is explaining this, and he is coming upon the understanding in chapter 6. He's coming upon the understanding that picking the fruit will never work. Man's way of dealing with sin will never work. The things that we choose to do are never as good as what God does. His ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. And until we come to a place where we recognize our deficiency and recognize God's supremacy, we'll continue to deal with sin in our life. And not just in our life, but in the life we live, in our world, in our nation, in our cities. We will continue to deal with sin. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you next time.